This is 365 Days of Movies, a series where I look at my top 365 movies. So let's go to the next movie. Number 36, GoldenEye, rating 9.65, released in 1995, directed by Martin Campbell. Starring Pierce Brosnan, Sean Bean, Izabella, Scorupco, and Famke Janssen, as well as Joe Don Baker. When a powerful satellite system falls into the hands of Alec Trevelyan, aka Agent 006, a former ally turned enemy, only James Bond can save the world from an awesome space weapon that, in one pulse, could destroy the Earth. As Bond squares off against his former compatriot, he also battles Trevelyan's stunning ally, Xenia Onatopp, an assassin who uses pleasure as her ultimate weapon. This is, a Bond movie, so you expect the kind of things that are described in this movie and the names of the women and that sort of thing. But especially for me, it's a Pierce Brosnan movie. And for me, Pierce Brosnan is the quintessential James Bond. But before you get mad at me, realize I'm not actually a big James Bond fan. There's certain James Bond movies I like, and I would say a lot of them I just don't like. And of course, I'm not a fan of, some of the other James Bond actors. Roger Moore's is pretty good, but Sean Connery, not a fan of his. I don't particularly like most of the movies he's in. So, a lot of those James Bond movies, some of them I enjoy a little bit, but for the most part, no. For me, Pierce Brosnan encapsulates this suave, sophisticated, and also menacing individual with a will to do murder on behalf of the government. He just does that so well, especially in this movie, and even some of the later movies in the Bond franchise. And of course, this movie spawned one of the greatest video games of all time in GoldenEye on the N64. It was just a thing of the 90s to sit around and play GoldenEye with your friends. And this movie I've watched just so many times. It's just so perfect. And the fight scenes, while maybe they're, it's dated today. I mean, we got John Wick and we've got a lot of great fight choreographed movies, mostly because you Wen Wo Ping. But the fight scenes in this movie were more brutal and also a little bit more realistic. However, there is some shaky cam and a lot of angles because, choreography and the ability to fight wasn't as important to movies back then as it is now. And this was the first sort of transition to doing realistic fighting, but, not really putting in the training for the actor to look realistic as much. But I think the fight scenes for the time were really good, but later eclipsed by other things. Mostly what this movie is great cinematography, a very encapsulating story, and obviously it's a little bit out there because it's a James Bond movie, so a satellite that can destroy the Earth. A little ridiculous, but the underlying story is pretty great, and the characters are great, the actors are great, so you should check out this movie. Hey everybody, this has been 365 Days of Movies. We're going to keep plowing ahead. So let me know what you think of this movie, and if you want to discuss it further, comment below. If I get a lot of interest, I may very well make a full review of the movie, maybe even a video essay. So let me know what you think, and let's get to the next one.